we live? Are we live? Okay, right. We are live. Let's get going here. Right. Previous stream, which was a bit of failure, got some perry liquid in there. Now we need to add some water. Already added a little bit of water, but not enough. There is actually no paddles in this machine, it's snapped off. So it doesn't actually wash as well as it should. It should be better, but it's not. Hello, insert forever. Hello. To turn volume off the other device. There we go. Right, let's get it into a test spin, which will hopefully spin the water around. Check for any leaks. Because yesterday, when I was regoing this machine, there'll be a two-part series coming out soon. I still need to edit, but I've put this entire machine back together, which is a bit of a first. So I need to redo it. Although before this live stream, I have had to roll it around the side, and when I was transporting it, it may or may not have tipped over, and it's screwed up the door with the lock, so it doesn't latch anymore. So, well, that's tomorrow's issue. So if I slam it, it doesn't latch anymore. So that's tomorrow's issue. And as well, over here, this panel came off. The whole PCBs came loose as well, so that's going to be more fun for tomorrow. But, and I've already screwed it up. Yeah, the latch may be broken. It may be. But it's tomorrow's issue. The trick on these Samsungs is if you put them to 17 hours, get the door to latch, and then click and hold the start button, it will activate service mode. Just like that. Hopefully I've done all the wiring correctly, which hopefully I have, otherwise that's more issues for another point. Right. How are we doing here? Try to make sure it's a bit flat. There you go. Right. It does start. It's just the fact of the door isn't latching into the door mechanism, which is the issue, I believe. But I might just need to change where something is in it, and then it may latch again. But I'll have to strip the front off again for that. But that will be more or less fun. But yeah, let's get on to service mode. What I'll do is I'll put it onto 6, which rotates the drum at like 100, maybe 50 RPM, roughly. believe the door is loud. But maybe not. No, it's not. If I put it to number 8, that is a speed test. A little bit overkill there. That was fun. Let's have a look at that on the replay. I believe it is fairly in lifetime, because I've had issues with lifetime before. Oh no, wow, it's practically no delay in it. Right, that's very good. It'd be much nicer if the door would actually latch into itself, which it's not. I don't get why it's done it now. Maybe it's something to do with it. Not really sure, but it's not wanting to latch it, which is indeed a bit annoying. But I don't know, we could strip it down and live stream. That'd be fun. Could do. But let's I'll connect water onto it, and then we can suppose finish. I'll do a few tests with water. Alright, let's add water pressure. Put the water on. Then what I'll do is I'll set it to A5 and then prime the door latch and start it, which will test all of it. So it's testing, it is filling up with water. When I first got it back together, when I released part 2 of putting it back together, I had a 3C4 error code, which was either with the board controller or the actual sort of motor. But then I realised, I took the PCB off and realised I haven't actually connected the motor to the board. So that was why it was not spinning. I get what you mean in the setup for lava, but when the door latches, there's no internal mechanism when it goes over. I'm sure you know, but it's not that. It's even when it's off, it doesn't like to do it very well. So I have a feeling it's going to go everywhere when it goes to its low spin bit here. You know, I'm gonna catch the water in one of these jugs. I reckon a little spider crust will come up. Put that into a bucket. Will be fairly foamy. I'm not sure how long we will stay live for, but if you guys would like to see me tackle trying to fix the door lock in the live stream, then we can do that. But it may take a little while to figure it out. Because we know the door is actually locking, it's just the door pin isn't latching into the door itself. So that's fun. Gotta somehow sort that out. But let's stop a little bit more. See if we can get some more of that and flow out. Just not full of it. If been live for 10 minutes now, so doing well. It's on program 6, which is just rotations with heating element. And then when the sensor for the heating element detects heatage, it will swap over to 7, which I believe is drain, and then 8 is spin. Which it then will finish its testing cycle of everything that it has to test. Should go to 7 in a second, but we'll see. Still on number 6. It does sound like it's draining, so it may have done something. Yeah, there's a fair bit of foam. There's quite a bit of foam. So I wanted to see what comes out in the drainage water, because when I had the drum out, I scraped quite a lot of the spider crust off it. And cleaned all the drum up. So, that's something. In the video that comes out next Wednesday, at 5 minutes I showed a dirty drum, and then at 48 minutes it's all clean. But I've got a few videos lined up for about 3 weeks, so I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's not quite going 7 just yet, so I'll help it. It won't let me. Okay, just keep doing your thing then. It's just doing whatever. Is it going to go to 7 yet, or what? Never known it to take this long. Sure is taking its time here, isn't it? Sure is taking its time. The Samsung service modes are quite good, to be fair. I've only had one LG that I fixed and then I sold it, but I never figured out how to test it before I sold it, so I may get another LG at some point though, but yeah. I think maybe at some point I may do another live stream. It could be on this Samsung, because while it's together I may or may not milk it for content for us to come all apart for fixing other Samsungs. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, to be fair. Yeah, to be fair, I could have searched it up on the internet on how to do service mode on the LG, but yeah, kind of didn't think about it. The thing was 15 years old anyway, but it was fairly okay. Averaging 3 viewers here, it's fairly nice. 15 minutes in as well. It's got all the foam out of it, it's just doing whatever. I'm gonna get another pump. Put up to 7. 7 is drain. Your grandma's LG is 11 to 12 years old. That's not bad. LGs do last quite well, to be fair. My Bosch Classic 7 is 12 years old, just over 12 years old now. I've had it for 2 months-ish, but it's certainly holding up very well. Such a great machine. Really Bosch was to keep up the reputation of great like that. Few problems, eh? It's not bad. 12 years, few issues, it's never bad. Right, I'll put it straight to 8 and see what happens with it. It should go to spin. I'm not really sure on what's happened to it, but that's going to spin it up. That will spin it up to 1800 RPM, which is pretty quick. It's had fresh grease on the back of the spider straight to the bearing, so it's going to sound holy. Anyway, I am back with that showing up. Right, let's get some more water in it. Try and rinse out some more of that foam and then just fill it with water to the top, I suppose. So then up with some water, using the hose. The pumps don't sound great, not gonna lie. Right, I'll put it straight to 8 and let the water spin out a bit. No, I'm actually gonna shut the door for the sake of it. Well, it's working well. It's working very well. It's going to put in the nose a bit, but it is how it is. I'll put you guys to the top of the machine. So, over here with the noise filter, capacitor, whatever it is, when I was doing the nut up, I over tightened it accidentally. So I've just used some electrical tape to get it back to the frame. But you know, I've got a ground connected and stuff, so it's fine and working. It's all safe. But that's fun. Never accidentally over tightened something like that before, but it is how it is. Let's throw some towels in there and get some stuff washed, I suppose. This Samsung, I'm not really sure, but on the pump it said 2018, mid 2018. So, believing around 8 years, 7 and 8 years. So, it's not very old. It's not very old. But I got this machine 2 years ago with zero issues. All it was a popped fuse. I found on the side of the road as just a popped fuse machine. So, it's indeed quite nice. Of course, it's been all smashed up from me, but still works. You'd throw a brick in it, but I kind of like the thing a little bit as parts. But you get the point. Right, let me go grab some towels. So I have a towel now. Let's put it in. I'll pop it in there. Let's say put it on a quick wash. 15. Quick 15, I suppose, is fair. Can't change anything. That's fun. We'll start at that. It's gonna drain whatever water's in it. There is practically no water in it though. It sounds like it's draining, but all the bubbles at the back are foaming up. It's definitely emptying. The pump sound is on, but all the bubbles at the back are foaming up. That's fun. It's an interesting sight to see. It's still just sounding like it's draining. Press that door. No, it's locked. It is locked. It's just foaming the bubbles at the back. It's not just me who's seeing that, is it? What is it doing? Yeah, the pump is very quiet on this machine, to be fair. Oh, it's doing something. It stopped trying to drain itself. I suppose the name Eco Bubble lives up to itself. And water valve's making a bit of a grinding kind of noise. Maybe they're on their way out. It's nothing major for the noise, it's just a bit annoying. It's not really going to tumble the towel very well, man. It's the only towel in there. There's no paddles in the machine, they all snapped off because it's just cheap plastic on them. It may tumble once or twice, but it's just not going to get wet, is it? It really is just floating the towel, isn't it? That's quite fun. You know what? Let's give it a little bit of play. The handle foamy now, but oh well. Do you have the lid off it? It doesn't usually tumble the towel very well if it's just one in there. But if I had two or three, they start to rub and then they do tumble a bit better. It's filling with water, but it's just draining itself. But clearly why something going wrong. I mean, nothing's blown up yet though, so I mean that's fun. Hope it doesn't go anywhere else. It's draining the water, but it's trying to fill it at the same time. Pressure valve is fully connected. It's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't look loose, it looks fully connected. Trying to fill it with water, but it's also just draining it. I'm going to take the water supply off and then I suppose see what happens. Yeah, the PCB might be done. It might have just killed itself when I've dropped it. Because when it came off, it went down on its front side, and sort of smashed into the door, really. So, PCB might have done something to itself. But, I did let it sit for about half an hour, but it's acting up here. Now it's just draining, it's not trying to fill itself, because I've turned the water supply off. So, it's doing something. It's really not enough water, but I don't necessarily see any bends or cracks with the PCB, but I can't really see much with it. Been live for 30 minutes now, so it's doing okay. Still need to fix that door locking issue though. That's one of the more main issues. That sort of needs to be fixed. So it's still draining itself for some reason. Like, it's done draining. The pressure switch should know that it is fully empty of water. Like, there's no water left in it. It is acting up here a little bit. It is acting up. So unless I've maybe forgot to wire something, or the PCB's screwed itself. Or maybe it just needs to sit around for like an hour and, I don't know, clear itself out, but it's not doing much. So it's been draining itself the entire time, but it's been trying to fill with water. The forcing error code is water supply issue, which means it's getting no water. But it's just been trying to drain itself the entire time. I can't even turn it off. Oh, what is this thing happening? What's happened to it? 4C is water supply on Samsungs. Well, this specific model. They changed from Samsung to Samsung, but I can't turn it off. I'll have to unplug it. I've unplugged it. Still got a little bit of power to it. Yeah, switch off. Plug it back in. You want to stop after that? It just spins like that. Works. I'll leave water supply on and see if it tries to draw water. Because if it does, that's going to be something. It will usually drain for a minute or two, and then it skips down time. Hopefully it isn't just fried the entire PCB when I dropped it, but it may have done. It may have well could have. Which wouldn't be great. I'll let it sit for a few minutes, then I don't know what we'll do. So this should be pressed in, this has to be pressed in for it to work. But a few months ago this broke, so this is isolated off. So the PCB thinks this is pushed in when it's actually out. So it's nothing to do with this, if you guys are wondering on that. I feel like it's more like a PCB issue. So if it was wires, if something's disconnected from wires comes up with an error code. Say something like water valves, if they're disconnected, or if one's disconnected, it would come up with a 4C because it wouldn't be able to get water. It's coming into a bit of a more annoying machine here. Fully worked before I took it apart, but I mean, oh well, that's the fun of it, eh? If it isn't going to do its cycles well, then what's the point? It's done on 15 minutes. Usually by this point, it skips down to 11 fairly quickly. Goes down to 13 quick and then just skips to 11. And then in the spin cycle, the time goes a bit slower and then actually takes 15 minutes. So I debunked that in the spin race between the Bosch and this Samsung, but it's still just sitting here. Not really sure what it's doing. Let it do its thing. It's just sort of sitting there. Usually time goes down fairly quick in these Samsungs, but it's not. Maybe the PCB truly has just done itself in. It might have just killed itself. The PCB could be done, it could start working, but it can still show screen and stuff. I'm seeing nothing that could cause it to not be working. Unless there's maybe loose wires, but if there's loose wires, it'll probably stop itself. Or trip some electrics. Yeah, it just has to be a PCB issue at this point. Well, when I dropped it, I did fairly catch it okay. But I think it's still fried that PCB up. You know, let's give it a pause. See if it pauses. Turn it off. Disconnect the panel. Let it sit for a second. And then let's strip the PCB off and see what's happening with it. Put this wire away. Right. Let's get the PCB off it. Let's see. Right, I'm gonna go mute for a quick minute and then I will be back. Alright, we're back, so let's get the front PCB stripped off then. The door still doesn't match, so I'm not sure what that is. A few screws for the PCB. I did a few extra screws, but when I've dropped it, it seems to have stripped a few screws. It stripped out this corner, which is now loose. It stripped out this screw. I haven't seen any others that have had issues, but I mean that's fun. Bring the light shot. Averaging 5 viewers now. We're doing well for the first live stream. Well, second really. First one was a bit of a flop. These screws a bit. No, I don't think these draw screws are feeling stripped. Yeah, that's stripped. It's clearly something that's severely shifted in it. Not sure, but you can sort of see on the plastic along here. It's gone into the screw. That's fine. The proper live shot will work everything. To get the PCB off, you've got to move the drawer back and out, and then pull up the clips, open it. Right. Take a look. I'm not seeing major issues here, but it could be more internal with it. Or something. Something's certainly happened with it. Goodbye, Internet forever. Goodbye. Let me see if I can get something onto my phone. And then see if I can show my phone for you instead. I might be able to, I might not. Not sure here. Let's see. No, the only thing I would do on my phone was put it to another live stream. That would. So that wouldn't do anything. I'll keep live chat up here, so we can see what's going on. 40 minutes in. It's not going very well. I don't know, I'll check some cables. Feel connected and stuff. Don't really know what I can pinpoint it to be, because it's been a little bit stupid here. Hold on, let me pull live chat back up here. Hold on, people. Right, I've got live chat back still. I'm going to take this board off and then I'll probably be able to see the other side. Transport it. Put them screws in the lid. Screw this down. So, 2 screws. Interesting. There's no catch clips on these on the side. I need to push it out. Somehow. Flat blade would probably be better here, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'll be back. I'm going to grab a flat blade because that'll be easier so you guys can't see, can you? That should help. Oh, nearly screwed that up. Right, now I've got a flat blade screwdriver instead. Put the camera up a little bit. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get into the internal ground of this board. Without breaking it even more. Once you get one bit up, it starts to pull up, which is very nice. But super hard to do, but it is hard to just pull so when you get one up, the other one just clicks back down. Try like that. Should work. Around it somewhere. Should just pull off. I see one more screw, which could lead to something else. Two screws actually. So more. Which I missed. Make sure I don't lock this board off, because if I lock it off, it will damage things. The bolt should just clip out by now. Hopefully. Clip right. One screw there that's holding the board in, as well as holding something else in, which I thought needed to stay. So I pull that screw out and then it should go apart. I don't want this screw to go down. It should just come out. Still something? Oh, still got one more clip on it. Yeah, right, it's free. That's it. So we have a small chip on the actual screen. There's a date of 2014 on it, so it could be older than 7 to 8 years. So if it's 2014, that's, yeah. So the pump could have been a replacement, because the pump says 2018 on it. So that's probably like a replacement. All these bottom things. That's not the actual specification of what. Try and troubleshoot this a bit then. For whatever reason it could be off, why it's not working. This front panel is still good. But there was a screw in it at some point. Okay. So we should disconnect from that's from. Should be a screw in that. That's the screw that sort of broke when it tipped over. There we go. So it looks like it just popped out of its actual mounts then. The board's much freer now. It's a bit more free. I really can't see anything that could lead to issues there. What I'll do is I'll just connect everything and then be able to get a better look at it. Don't want to drop the board because that would cause quite a bit of damage to the board. There's always one wire on this thing that's ridiculous to get off. Got the board off it. 50 minutes into this. I don't really see anything majorly wrong here. In fact, I don't see anything wrong, but that doesn't mean there is no issue. Let you guys have a look. So close up. If there is anything. The other side is the actual screen. On with the buttons with that. And then you got these little, you got the on and off buttons. And start and pause. So I'm probably going to troubleshoot this another time, as I can't really be asked to do more of this tonight. Looks like a transformer this. Maybe. But then I'll have to test another time for issues, I suppose. But yeah, I'm probably going to end the live stream here. I'll see if I can find a date in this, possibly. Maybe a date somewhere. 2017 on the board. 2017, 1 of the 11. So, 9 years on the board. It's certainly something, but I mean, please it's going to be replaced. So there's no way to make an accurate number of when this was made, the date. So, yeah. I suppose I'll leave it at that. But I don't know. I'll have to troubleshoot some stuff. But yeah, I'm going to end the live stream here. That will be it for today.